think I have anything else I want to practice on with that. So now what I want to do is I want to make some ephemera, and I was wanting to make, I've made this a while back and I really like it and I want to make more, so I just put it in my little stash box. So let me pull this apart here. I have things in there that I want to change. So this isn't for me, this is for my sample. And it's just a piece of paper, folded in half, bent down, and then you make a pocket, pockets, tucks, and flippy flappies, or whatever you want to do with it. It's something that can be movable in a book, or you can just put it down, and that's why you can create another pocket or a tuck. So this is what this is. I have a journal card there. I have a journal card there, and then I have a cute little card here. So if I have this glued down to the book, I could glue it down to where I have my journal card there, and I have a journal card here. But then if I wanted, I could also have a pocket right there, or I can have a side tuck right there. Okay? I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking at. So now let's make one of these. See how far we can get. I'm gonna make several of them, but I wanna do at least one. So what I did is I'm gonna use some digi papers. So this is chapter 1 papers that I pulled out. I love their papers. I love their papers. Like, I have to be careful because I buy so much of it and then I forget that I have it on my computer. So one of the things I like to do is I never know, because depending on your printer, you'll get different color. You can get different color variations. So I'll print it on, like these ones I printed double-sided, and I ran them all through the printer one time on a certain like best quality or whatever for the paper that I was using, and then I ran them through again. I might be doing this, telling you this backwards, showing it to you backwards as I'm telling you, and then I ran them again as just regular copy paper, even though it's not. And so what happens is it picks up the different tones, and then I have more to play with, especially if I want something double-sided. So let's go ahead and make one, and let's use this one right here. So my sample one, I had this little card over here, and that said, I used my sample one that I did, that I showed you, I actually used an 8.5 by 11 paper. This paper is not 8.5 by 11 anymore because when I printed it, it came out with the white edging all the way around. So I just trimmed it. It'll still work. So what we're gonna do is decide, first of all, do I want that part to be the front, or do I want this part to be the front? I think I'm going to do this side the front. So you're gonna just take your paper, long ways, you're gonna fold it in half. And I'm going to grab a bone folder to assist me. There we go. Thank you, assistant. And then you're going to take it and you're going to fold it again in half, and you just choose which way you want. So what's going to happen is we're going to fold it, so we folded it in half, and then we're going to fold it in half, folded it in half this way, and then we're going to fold it in half this way, and then this part comes down. So now that I know that, I have to decide which way do I want, because I'm going to fold it. If I love that flower, that part's coming down, right? So what's underneath it? Oh, beautiful, another flower. Okay, so what I did is I went like this, and I folded it in half on that one. My paper's thick. The first paper I showed you, it was a very thin. I just used regular everyday copy paper, nothing special about it. You know, it was the cheapest one. So this one I used the Red River paper, and it's a little bit heavier. So, and I had put a note for myself on there, use a little bit heavier paper if I'm gonna do those pockets on the side. But then, see, I run into that a little bit, so. You can always do some scoring too to help alleviate some of that bulkiness, but if that happens. But I don't mind just working around it. There, I fixed it. So then I'm gonna decide what side I want my pocket to be on. I mean, I'm gonna do obviously I'm gonna do the open side. So I would glue this piece together just to give that some stability, because this is gonna, no I wouldn't. I'm lying to you already, see? That's why I wanted this thicker paper. I'm gonna put my hole punch right there. Good night. Back up. We folded it in half. and then we folded it in half again. And let's get the folds done first before we do the cutting. I want to fold this piece down. So I'm going to take both of them, and then I just go as far to the edge if I want. If I want to go all the way, sometimes people just go like right to there, like you might have another design that you like right there. So you can do it, you know, however far you want to do it. I'm going to go over like that. And then just give that a little extra creasing power. There we go. Then I don't want this to be so thick. I guess this doesn't bother me too much, but it is kind of thick. I mean, I'm going to have a card in there and a card in here and a card in there, so it's going to grow. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to decide I'm going to open my paper up. I'm going to decide whether I want to cut this piece, cut this triangle off, or this one. If I cut this one off, I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to fold the latter part inside just to give it the extra edge right there. If I'm going to cut this one off, then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to fold it over because then this one will cover that. So I like this one to match this right now. I think I like that look. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to hang on to this because I know that's the part I'm going to cut. And I'm just going to take my scissors and just kind of go up I'm going to leave a little bit of a lip there. I'm going to use that to fold over. But we don't need all of that, right? And I can save this for something else. And then I'm going to fold that over that way. Whoops. So now when we close our book up, we're gonna have that right there, and then this is gonna come over. Does that make sense? Now I have this pocket right here. I'm going to have, once I seal the top and the bottom, I'm gonna have a pocket right here because that one's already right there. So let's get gluey. Actually, I don't even think I have to use extra glue to seal that down because that's gonna come over here and hold that. So, but if you wanted to have a little extra, you want to be extra, you can. So I'll be extra for you so we can look at what extra is. I'm just going to use some glue stick. I'm going to put some just on that little lip. I'm going to just fold that over. I'm going to burnish it down because I feel like it, well, I don't just feel like it. I know it for me. It absolutely gives it a better seal. So now now I know that's like that, and that tore a little bit up there, and that's okay. It's okay. We can fix that. No one has to know our little secret. We can do whatever we want to that later on. So I know, let's see, where did our little sample go? So if I'm going to follow this, I'm going to seal that and leave this part open. Okay, so let's do that. I'm just going to use this glue. It gives me a nice, easier line to work with. If I before I glue that, if I wanted to put a little thumb indentation thingy in there, then that would have been the time to do it, or inking. So I'm not going to waste time inking this because I know everybody knows how to ink, I think. So we're not going to ink. I just want to kind of get this one together and show you how we're doing it. And then we sealed this together, but I do want a thumb hole on this one. So I'm just going to take my 1 inch, since I have it handy, and decide where I want my little thumb. And I think I'm going to put it like right there, just a little one. And I'm going to ink just that part right there so it stands out in my eye right now. There we go. See? And then I'm going to go ahead and seal this one right here up. And then I'm going to put some glue right here on the edge. Am I on camera? Sorry. I'm going to put those together. There. Now, I should have a pocket right here, and I do. And I should have a pocket right here. Well, in a minute. Right now it's like, be considered a belly band, I think. So let's just get this closed up right here. And then now I have a pocket there, I have a pocket there. And get this one closed up here. And if you wanted to sew this, you know, you could do all these sewing. So like I just scribbled on stitches to show, like, if I was sewing this, these are the places I would sew it. And I would be sewing before I, you know, attach anything with glue, obviously. And then, okay, so now we have, this is gonna fit there. And these aren't the same size, so they're not gonna go in, but I guess I should practice with something else. And then I have this one right here. See? And that one. And there we go. And so see how pretty it is on the back? Like this could just be a floating pocket. You can hinge it in with some washi tape if you wanted, or you can be just like this. And then I was thinking for my new cards and tags that I want to make for it, I want to, I pulled, so there's these pieces that I cut with my Big Shot, and you can also just, you can cut them with anything. You can use your paper thing, your paper snips. You can order, people have things that are cut out on Etsy that you can order from. But I have a Big Shot, so I used it. And then these are some scrapbooking paper and greeting cards that I have used to cut out specific images that I loved. And so I thought I would just grab cardstock that works well with my stuff that I'm liking to make. Put that there. So we'll find one that I like with this. So I know I need to have enough of this color to go in here and here, which I'm gonna need that much, and then I would need a side one, which I don't know if that's quite enough. So I don't think that's the right color that I want to play with. And I have a lot of cardstock scrap. I think that would actually be okay. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of bright and cheery. I need to make a decision. So there's that one that I think I like, and there's this one that I think I would like with this. Oh, yep, there. I think I. Good night. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this. Stick this over here. And then I am going to use my paper cutter because I'm not the straightest cutter. Let me grab a ruler and see what's, come on ruler, so evasive. So I know there's glue, not there, but there's glue right here, and right here, so it's going to give me just, so I'm going to kind of go on the inside. I'm going to go, I feel like I can do a 3 1/4, but I want it definitely be bigger than this. So let's see. That's almost a 3 1/4. So maybe a tiny bit bigger. Let's try that. I'm gonna go a tiny bit bigger than 3 1/4 inches. So 3 1/4, and then that next little line, maybe that. Let's go 3 1/2, because I can always cut a little bit off if I need to, right? Okay. And then we'll just check really quick and see, is that gonna go in? I want it to be snug without being too tight or, you know, super loose. Like I don't want it just like falling out. That's good. That's good. Okay. So then I'm just going to use my pencil and I'm going to make a little mark right here. And that's where I want to cut. So again, I'm just going to use my cutter. Okay. Now, well, see how that one's like, there's just too much play, so I won't use this for that part. But I have this one now, and then I think I like this image, and I also like these other images I'm going to show you in a second that also I got from chapter 1. So let's see, that's going to go all the way that way and all the way that way, so that's nice. I know I want a 4, we're going to try a 4 3/4. And I want to make sure, okay, so if I go that way, that's going to be deep enough. This way, see, there's too much play on that either end, so that's not going to give me what I want. So I'm going to have to make 2 cuts. So we're going to go, oh my gosh, did I say 4 3/4? Yeah, 4 3/4. So I'm just going to give that a little cut. Am I losing my mind here? Oh my gosh, okay. I was like holding it the wrong way. What the heck? Am I losing my mind? Heck yeah. All right. That's a nice good size card for another one of some place. I'm going to stick that over my stash. So 4 3/4. I did do it wrong, but that's okay. Whatever. No, I didn't. I don't know. Well, we're going to find out in a minute. I think like right there is going to be good. I don't really want it to stick out because we have other things that can go on there. So like this one, let me get that card in there all the way so it makes sense. So, oh, I didn't seal the bottom of that one. Okay, well, there's that. See, and I made this one not big enough, so I want it to actually come to the edge. It can come out a tiny bit. I kind of like that framing look right there, so maybe we'll do that. So if I put this all the way in there. Oh yeah, I did cut it right. Okay, very good, Sandra. Oh gosh, dang it. I'm gonna cut. I want just a tiny edge. So hopefully I'll be able to see that. So that looks like it's right on the 4-inch. That's good. Very close to it. I guess I'm gonna just leave that out. So now that's gonna go there. And then this one's gonna go here. And then I need that little piece to make my other part that I want to go in here, you know? So, let's see. See how it's like, it's not gonna go, I gotta decide, am I gonna put it in long ways this way or that way? I liked the long ways, and that's why my was skinnier, because it went up further this way. So if I don't want this much play right here, or if I don't want to put anything else in there, then I could always just seal it up right there. So I want here. That means it looks like it's going to be about right there. So let's go 1.5 inches. I want it to be that long. Let's see, we're gonna go 1.5 inches. Oops. See, and that 1.5 inches, so it's gonna go in there. And I see, and I don't mind the play because I can go back and forth. I'm gonna cut a tiny bit off of it, and okay. So now we have that piece right there. So now they just need to be decorated. We can put this back over there. And then, like I said, I have these cards right here that I could choose from to make design, to put on my cards. I like them. I have those to choose from. But the other thing I have is the chapter 1 papers that I'd already pre-cut. Some of these envelopes, like little faux envelopes. And I thought that might be kind of cute on this card that goes in here, like you're pulling out like a letter. So, but this is pretty fat. So let me see if I like anything on there. That's kind of, and I can always trim them down. Like, you know, they don't have to be exactly how they are. I can do it that way on this card, or I can do it, maybe I'll take them both out and see which one do I like better to do this with. Because it really doesn't matter where I put them. It just depends on what I like. What is more pleasing to my eyeballs? I think I like, and then we have this color that, gosh dang it, I'm just like moving things back and forth. I want to have that there so I can see the colors that I'm working with. So see how that's going to be pretty on there, and it's going to stand out, and it's the same design. If I did it that way, it would just blend right in, which is fine if that's what you're going for. I like this envelope, but again, like I would want to use maybe that color, but I don't like the back of that one. So I think I would do this one, and I could just put it like on there like that. Or I could put it on here. So I'm not loving that much play. I'm thinking maybe taking some of this envelope and just cutting it down a little bit. So and if I don't like it at all, I'll do something different. Well, I just really have a hard time on that second curve, don't I? I probably should have just used my, I'm just making it smaller. I probably should have just used my corner rounder. I just cut straight across, but that's okay. So I like that. I also pulled some other papers here from chapter 1. This is just some lace, and I thought I could always do that on it, but then I'm just really covering up that whole thing. But what if I did this? This isn't working out for me. I'm not loving it. I'm just, okay, I kind of like that. So now I just have to decide. I think I want it on this one. Okay, we shall see. What did I do with the other one? See, I just used images. I mean, it's so much easier. I don't know why I'm trying to be so difficult. I like that. And then on the back, I would just put some journaling space, like something more creamier, more lighter and neutral, so they can journal on that. I'm just taking a peek in here to see if I have anything else that's lighter real quick and nearby, or image, as an image. Nope, I already made my decisions. It was this. So let's just get to it. I want to put this on here and make like a faux envelope on there. So I'm going to take my ruler, if I can find it, my tear ruler, and I'm just going to, I think I want to just tear some of that color out of there. I need a little bit of that edge. And there we go. Because the whole point was to have that green kind of popping out a little bit. I do like it. And I want that edge off, but I'm gonna take enough of it off so I have a little, like a label piece. I like that. There. Now, maybe, just maybe, this will work out. This is another reason why I like sewing, is because if I did all of this and then I just really did not like the way my whole matting or my edging or whatever was looking, then I would just sew around it and it just changes the whole thing. It's just such a game changer. Okay, there we go. And I would probably ink around that, and then I would put my envelope on there like that, except I still need to go, I'm gonna just do what I said before. I'm just going to go up the envelope like that. I'm going to take that wording off, even though I liked it. It's not, I'm just not pulling it together here. Around it. And then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put that on there like that. And I guess that's okay. Maybe I didn't make it big enough. Oh, I kind of like that better. Do you like that better? Kind of like off of it a little bit. I do like that better. I feel like I should have made this piece bigger, but I didn't. So there is that. So let's just get it down and see what happens. Let's just see what happens. We'll just take that one up there. And we'll take this one down here. And maybe this is where, you know, I would benefit me to have a little bit of, maybe I'll take a piece of this one that we practiced with. Yeah, I think that'll help. I think that'll help me, and I like with edges, so we'll see. Okay, that's much better. Okay, it's not my absolute favorite. I have to edge this one though, just to make this pop a tiny bit. Just have to, can't help myself. And then I'm just gonna stick that on there. Whoops, wow. There we go. And I'm gonna stick this right here. And there. Okay. Oh, see, I don't mind it now. I just needed that. I think I just needed that extra color in there, that extra layer. Something else to kind of, so it wasn't just like one thing on top of another thing on top of another thing. It just is not, I'm not good at creating that look. So I wasn't liking it. I was not liking it. And so I'm just going to reach over here to my little stamps, and I'm going to grab, I have these two stamps from Stampin' Up. I forget what size. Okay, I want this one. Actually, that's not even the one I want. I want this one right here. This one is from, I think a garage sale, or a friend gave it to me. I'm going to use that one because the butterfly is a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to use some of that card. That's the one we cut for our thing. I can't use that one. So I'll use some of, that's the one we cut too. Good night. Oh no, there is the one we cut. So I want to make those little tabs. And so what I do is I'm going to do 2 of these. So I'm going to just punch them out. Whoops. And I need one for the front and one for the back, and I want 2 tabs, I believe, and then okay, I'm just trying to save paper, but whatever, it's not going to work. So there's one for the back. I think right here I can get a 3rd one, if I so desire, for my card to decorate with. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm just going to dump that. So here's our card. So this is going to slip in either way, you know, like this. Nope, it goes this way. I was wrong. So I probably, would I do it this way and just have extra flowers on top of flowers on top of flowers? Nope. I think I would do it this way because I like having this space right here I can use for a label. And then these are going to be the little tabby things. So I'm going to use this glue to get my tabs on. I'm just going to do the bottom half of the butterfly right now, And I definitely want a fair amount of glue on that because I definitely want it to stick because I'm going to be tugging on it. So, and then I just decide where I want the tab to be, you know, like so. And then you just do the back. And then this one I'm going to go ahead now and put the glue on my butterfly wings here on the back side. And then I'm going to fully glue this one down. And like I said, I want to know that they've got good, that there's some good adhesion here with some stability to pull that on that baby. There you go. And then just match them up as best you can. Remembering that inking and fabric and all kinds of things help hide your secrets if you have any. So we don't have to worry too much. There we go. Isn't that cute? So there's the tab to pull that out. I actually like these colors. So I have a giant thing of scrap cardstock from years of crafting, and other people have given, like, they're like, I'm just not going to use these anymore. They're just scraps. I'm going to throw them away. I'm like, I have a bin for that. So, and then this one I think I'll use for the image, the big image, and we'll just choose something different that we like with this look. So, let's see, dull, dull, too dull. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. So that's a little bit too big. I mean, I like that, but I do like the purples. So some of these cards, like if I really like the images and I have multiple cards, sometimes I'll cut them smaller, different sizes of them. Oh my gosh, isn't that deer so cute? So cute. I mean, that's okay. Not really. These ones are all too big. I grabbed the wrong stack, and I know I was going to use the birds. Maybe they will fit on this one too. So, yep, I guess that's it. We went through the whole thing just to end up with the thing we started with. So, where's my little bag for these? Get them put away. Trying to be more mindful of putting stuff away as we get to them. Oh my gosh, my chair is like squeaking. There's a piece that fell off the bottom of it. It's a cheap chair. I just thought it was so cute. I got it at one of those stores where things are marked down, are like, they got name brand things, but they're cheaper. It's at Ross's Dress for Less, if you know what that is. Anyhow, I seen that chair and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so adorable. I think I need it for my craft room. And then I get it in my craft room, and it is super cute, but it is not comfortable at all. Not if you plan on parking your rear in it for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, but I'm going to go ahead and just tear the edge on that one. And then we're going to grab some more of this. And see where that's going to fit on here. We're like... I kind of want to see. It doesn't have to be super matchy. I can tear it all the way around. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave one edge like that, and then one edge like that. And take that one off. There we go. Get her down. And we want the stuff that we're using right here in our face. I did tell my husband about the vacuum. I told him first, told him thank you. So that was very kind of him. And I felt bad because I would have done it. I just know he felt bad because we have like a big mat at the front of the door, but it was excessive because of the rainstorm that we had. And so he was just being so sweet cleaning it up. And but it was so incredibly noisy. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, and I haven't even listened to the video yet, so I don't even know how noisy it is. But I suspect that people may have to turn their volumes down or off depending on what kind of device they're using to listen on. I know when I use my headset, like when we're traveling and stuff, or I'm cleaning and I just have my headset on, with loud noises like that, I have to take it off. I can't even, turning it down doesn't even work for me. I have to take it off, or turn it off. But I can watch the video, I just can't listen. And then, where'd my other little piece go? So I just told him, just okay, just leave the mess. I'll clean it. That's my job anyways. And I say that because I no longer work. I no longer do a W-2 job. So, and that's just recent. And so I pick up the majority of the stuff at home. I still help him on some of his job sites, but there's not really a whole lot I can do. And so yeah, and I don't mind doing that. I mean, it takes more than one person when there's more than one person living in the situations, right? In our area, whatever we're doing, whatever our life choices are. Anyhow, I've been kind of slacking on my job a little bit that I took over, or whatever, because I've been like struggling with the technology. But now that I kind of got that understood and down, I feel quite a bit better. I need to just get back into it and get my stuff done. Oh, look at the other side of that. Oh, we're not using you. We're using this. I'm going to go ahead and give that a little bit of a thing. Now with these ones, I kind of like doing those little surprise pockets inside, but On this one, I think I'm just going to go ahead and tack it all the way down. So I'm going to go to the edge. And I need to keep in mind that I'm going to put that little tab on there also. So where's it going to fall on this? Because I don't want to cover up a specific thing, right? And then I don't need a lot. I mean, the edges are what's important. So give it a little bit of room there, I think. And there. I'm going to turn this over and smush it down. I want it to go out towards the edges. And then we'll see what kind of mess we have when I turn it over. We'll see if we're stuck. Are we stuck? Oh, nope, not too bad. And that's still kind of wet. Another thing I like about using this paper is I can just kind of wipe that glue up a little bit. There. And shoot everything everywhere. Why not? Okay, I'll get my little tab on this one. And there we go. And I want this one to be all strong too. And I'm going to stick it on there and just scooch it up a tiny bit more than I had it. There we go. You can use any kind of hole punch you have. I just have these butterflies, and it's what I used on the other one, and I liked it, so I thought I'm just going to go with it. I really like butterflies. I always have liked them. I guess I did not realize how much I like them until I start looking at the stuff that I make, and I'm pretty sure I've got butterflies in just about everything. They're just so, there's just something about them that's just so beautiful and relaxing and comforting. Ooh, well, I guess that's going to be glued on there. Did you see that? Okay, that's just a little much. A little crazy. There we go. Now, let's see what we got going on. So we've got that one in there. And if I didn't want to, just gonna be careful because I don't know how close to the edges I got with that. If I didn't want to add another piece on the back of that for journaling space, this cardstock's actually light enough where I could just do a stamp. And because it's already starting to get kind of bulky, I might do that. But I will say, see, it's light enough where you can write on it, and it's still cute. But if I was gonna do it, I think I would just go ahead and use like my typewriter paper, which is right here. I always keep pads. I find this stuff all the time at the thrift stores. And this stuff, like sometimes I get so much paper, I'm like, okay, I'm done buying certain papers, but this stuff I use a lot, and so it's very thin. I just heard something fall on the floor, and I have no idea where it went, where it came from, but is it our stuff that we're working with? Maybe. So I have that. And I would just take the back of it right here, and you can do it. You can do a nice clean cut piece of paper on there if you want. Which I guess I never do that, do I? I never do that, but I always tear it because I never get anything straight, so it's just easier. If it's torn, it's not meant to be straight. So we can try. Why not, right? It's all about trying new things, stepping outside your comfort zone, creating things, and just having fun with it. So here we go. And then this one. So if I wanted to create a writing space, I would just simply do that and put some paper down. It's not that hard. And I just like this because it's so thin, and you can see through it. It's just really pretty paper. I guess I should start down here, because I know I can go that far down. And there we go. And then the same thing when I use the glue stick. I just want to push this down. There we go. So whether I sewed on it or doodled around the edges or whatever I did, whatever I wanted to do, I could still stamp on this. Ugh, there we go. So isn't that cute? And that's a cute little journal card. I mean, like, it's so simple. It's taken me forever to make it because I'm talking while I'm doing it. I am going to, you guessed it, I'm going to curve these edges, round these edges, whatever. It's a curve, right? It's a curve. It is a curve. And there we go. That's going to go in there. And then I would do the same thing for the back for this one. Okay, I think we'll just go this way. I like it for that. I think my paper's getting a little extra glue there, so I'll go ahead and fold that in half. And then another thing is I can reuse this paper and I can put it inside stuff to make it crunchy. So I mean, like, it's just like a win-win. Like, you get so much bang for your buck using these little sheets. So, and I'll show you what I mean on another video because I'm going to be making some crunchy tags if you're interested in that. If you like making ephemera and things like that, and you just like to either watch or craft along, just picking up new techniques and fun things, and I think that's going to be a fun one. I've never done it before, so I'm pretty excited about fumbling my way through it. But I think the end result's going to be pretty cool. I'm super excited about it. And that's going to be coming up soon because I really want a crunchy tag in that journal that I'm making for, well, I want to, if I really like them, I want to kind of put crunchy tags in just about everything. Because who doesn't like a little crunch? Crunchy crunch. Okay, there we go. And it's a tag, so if somebody really doesn't like the sound of crunch or that crunchy stuff, they can just gift it to somebody else, get rid of it, whatever. So, now we have that one right there. Isn't that cute? So there's that. We can take, let me get my little scraps over here. So I can take this right here. Oh my gosh, I got such a cute idea. I can take this butterfly stamp right here, or punch. What if I don't know, will it be pretty? Will it be cute? I can even put them on there. That'd really make it blend in though, but I like that. What do you think? I'm also, if the stamps were the same exact stamps, I could do a, I know, like a, well, maybe it's close enough. I can do a butterfly, like a different size on that and make that pop out a little bit. What about this one? You know what I'm saying? So maybe instead of that, maybe I'm just going to put a smaller one so that green pops out. Does that make sense? I like that. Or I can just pull this down just slightly on this one so that that green shows up on the edges like a shadow effect. Whoops, you know what I mean? And then I can even use a raised thing to lift it up if I wanted it a tad bit. But I'm not 100% certain. Yep, I think I am. I am. And I can also ink it. So if I ink this butterfly like so, I just want the edges. I don't want a grungy butterfly. Nothing against grungy butterflies. I like them all. But there we go. Maybe that just kind of pops off. Do I need to do this one too then? I don't know. We're going to see all that. So let's just get to it. This is a Stampin' Up punch. This one is I don't know who made it punch, but oh, maybe I do. Oh, Martha Stewart. There we go. just gonna put some glue on this one. I'm gonna just see, how do I want that there? Like that. I just want a little bit of the edge. Okay, that's cute. I like it. And then I don't really have anything to lift it, so I think what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna make a lift. Oops. I just want a little one. I don't know if this is gonna work. Just kind of making it up as I go. But that little piece of paper was gonna be in the garbage anyway, so we might as well give it a life. And I got a thick little piece. Let's go ahead and put some glue in there. Boy, is it getting messy in here. And then we will make a little, put some glue on that, and I'll stick it on the back. Hope the butterfly covers the whole thing up. I don't know if it does. Yeah. And then we'll put some more glue on this. I'm going to put it just around the things here just to kind of hold it together. And then just right like that. There. And it kind of pops up enough a little bit. And it's paper, so I can smush it down a little bit later. There we go. Huh. Who would have thought? I'm sure somebody has thought that and was probably telling me, do that, do that. I have those little stickers, those little, what are they called? Those little, where they lift your stuff up. But I don't have them over here. I have them way over there. So, and I didn't want to go over there. There we go. There. I like it. Oops. That other one went down in there. I'm going to save this for another day and do these ones, not right this second. I like how this is coming out. And then I would just do the same thing with this. I would just, oh my gosh, put something on this one. I have these envelopes here that I could use, or I could just tear off a piece of it. And it doesn't have to be the whole image. Like, it could just be, you know, let's see. How about if we just did this? Just because it was made in the shape of an envelope doesn't mean I have to keep it that way. I can go like this. I can do that. And then I can also, if I want this writing, I have some script right there. I can use that. And I can say that. Take this. I like that. I like that. And I like something, another little bit more. Where's that other color here? This? Yes, some of this. We just don't know how we want it. We want the whole thing down there. I think like that. And then like that. Okay, I think like, I'm getting real crazy with this now. Let's see. Let's just get some stuff down here. I'm gonna put the, just tape. I just glued kind of the bottom of it really quick because I know that's gonna go there. I know this is gonna go here. But do I want this under that? And I do. Okay, so I don't see. I want it under there. I want that to be on the under. And I want this to be on the over. Like a so. Then I can take, I had that other butterfly, but I already used it, didn't I? There it is. Nope, I got this one though. Here, this little guy. I could, you know, if I wanted to do that, or I could do something different. I think that just blends in too much, but yeah, not happening there with that one. But let's see. I do have this one. I think it's this one that I want to use. I can put that there, or I can put like a little label or something there. Get rid of some of this. Here's a pink flower. Maybe that would work. No, I'm just getting too nitpicky here. So. I think I just wanted something pink on there, so I'm going to do now this one right here, and I'll do this butterfly right here. Okay, so I don't know if that's going to show up quite right either, but we'll see. So this one, I just did the little one on the big one, obviously. You've seen that. And I'm just going to do this just for a little embellishment there on that little tag. This one, I think I'm going to cut. I'm going to use my little tag thing here, and I'm going to cut it like a tag. So this one's going to come out like this. And then I could put like a little stringy thing on there if I want. And then I'm just going to, well, actually, I'm going to round it. So, let me close that up. So now we are pretty much done. I mean, I could do a little bit more embellishing. I can put more paper on there if I want to, but I think for sure I would definitely do like a little tag, like a little topper thing or something right there. It doesn't have to be, and that little butterfly comes out. So this was what I started off with to try to replicate. This was my sample. This is my sample one. So there's a journal card that goes into there, and then this is our journal card right here. The back, I backed with some paper to write on, and then on this one, move all that stuff up and just shove it. And then this one, there was this side pocket that has this tab, and I just used some really pretty brown cardstock, which I absolutely love to do. And then this one, we have this, and this is an image from a card that we used the Big Shot on. And then this is a little key, a little hidden key there. And then this one I changed it up a little bit, and I made it into a tag, which I actually like that, and I could change that into a tag and if I ever go to use that. But I think this is my sample. I'm going to keep that. These colors are pretty. I like them. It's just not something I'm super drawn to use when I'm making journals. So but I like them enough for myself. So this is nice and bright and cheery. Maybe I just want these bright colors because it's spring. But I think this is going to look cute in that journal, in that vintage colorful journal. So we will find out. And I think I'm going to add a little something to these butterflies, maybe a sparkle. But that's it. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tagging along with me today and crafting with me. I hope that you do consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.